Morning Glory with Barry Upton and friends.
Now, let's have a quick chat to Dan, who's here with all our all his property news.
Go on, I've got all the information.
You've got all the information. He's the man. He's man. Location is what it's all about, isn't it, really? But your company, and it's condominiumpattaya.com. Tell us about it.
Okay, I think that's a good place to start, actually, because condominiumpattaya.com is something different to what's been seen in the market at the moment. It's a website, as per the name, .com, because that's where the future is. People get up in the morning and they can look at their phone and read the news on the internet if they want. So this is where it's moving. Now, rather than words and photos, which for me, if I'm looking at a property anywhere across the world in Pattaya, I think can be a little bit static and mundane, it's video driven.
Yes.
So if you want to get it from the horse's mouth, you'll get it from the developer's mouth rather than mine, talking to the camera and telling them what's happening in Pattaya with their projects. Plus, in addition to that, as the project's being built, we go down with our cameras, we show the construction progress and really bring alive what's happening here in this town.
That's very important, isn't it? That people can see exactly what's happening as their property's being built.
I think so. I think it's more reassuring. I think it improves the customer experience to be able to see the cranes moving and the workers working on their new project.
Yeah.
And because I focus on off-plan condos, it means that it starts off as some soil, and I'm sure people around Pattaya look and think, what's going on there? Now, even if you haven't got an interest in buying but want to find out what's happening on that land, it's probably worth checking out the website just to see from the videos that we've got.
Yeah, and for somebody internationally, I suppose, who's buying maybe from abroad, they can actually sort of check it anywhere in the world.
Of course, and the other thing they can do far easier, because condominiums can tend to look similar. Developers are changing the design, but from the outside it's still a building that goes up in the air.
Yeah.
Now, through this video, we can prove otherwise, so when a customer anywhere across the world wants to make a decision, they can compare projects far easier through using video.
Yeah, you're listening to 96 FM. For our viewers on MGTV, we've got our very special guest here, Mr. Dan Cheeseman.
Hello again, Barry.
Condominiumpattaya.com. And what have you got for us today? Something special?
I would like to think that every time I come on this show there's something special. The project I want to talk about today is the Nirvana Residence, which, for your listeners that know where the Media Cafe is, it's literally 3-4 minutes away up on 3rd Road. Okay. So everyone that's driven past there and seen that empty land and maybe lots of foreigners driving on their bikes and cars down there, this is what the project is. Now, the beauty of this project, there's a number of factors. One is the location. And I listening to your show earlier.
We're talking location.
Yeah, cliche, but location.
Yeah, it is important.
Location is key here.
Yeah.
But also the price point, because not only does it put you in amongst the heart of Pattaya, but under $1 million baht for entry price, it's less than the price of a car. Now, what I like about this as well is they've worked the space very well, because when you look at all condos, you'll find that there's balconies outside. In reality, do you use a balcony when you live? And the answer that the Nova Group came up to was, in this case, no. So let's extend the living space inside out, so you get better value in terms of where you're actually going to live on a day-to-day basis. The other thing I like about it as well is in terms of the kind of customer that might want to buy this, because you've got different areas across town which offer different features and benefits. Now, if you're a young guy and you like to go out and party, then I would suggest that you'd be wanting to buy this property just round the corner. And it starts from a studio and 1 bedroom as well, so there's some choice in there as well.
It's walking distance to all the fun.
Well, we could walk there in a minute, Barry, and in between songs and come back, and you'll have a better idea of what it looks like.
Okay.
Now, the other thing as well is, because when it comes to building a development, it's making sure you can trust, is the project going to get built, especially because it's off-plan. Now, this is built by the renowned developer Nova Group, so the confidence is there.
Yeah.
Now, they put this on the market earlier this year in January, and sales have just been really, really strong. And in fact, the sales manager there says the project's selling faster than a fire sale. That remains to be seen, but the sales are good, and it will be completed early 2013. So there's not long to wait as well.
Now, you've got a little bit of video for our viewers on MGTV to have a look at.
Yeah, I hope you all enjoy.
Well, let's have a look at that right now.
Nirvana residence is really based on location and affordability. We are in a very central location, in central Pattaya, 800 meters, which is under 10 minutes walk away from Walking Street. And we are very close to the former Carrefour, which is now Big C Plus. We are very close to the beach. Now we can go to Pattaya Beach. John Tien Beach is about 5 minutes away, and also Cozy Beach, which is a very well-known beach. And we are not on Cozy Beach, but we are only about probably under 10 minutes away still. So yeah, we are in a very central location, and we are very affordable. Well, basically, a good investment product needs to have a few features, okay? And one of them has to be that it has to be close to all amenities. It has to be close to transportation, and it has to be in a central location, plus your outlay has to be minimum, okay, with the maximum return, okay? And we've actually put all these features into Nirvana residence. Now, many investors have been buying here. Many of our past investors have actually come in and bought numerous units. We've had maybe about 12% of all our sales has been to our agents as well. So agents are buying because they can see a good buy. And basically, yeah, I mean, you know, we've had, the last investment project before Nirvana was Avenue Residence, which was by the Nova Group. And we've had many investors from Avenue Residence reinvesting in a Nova product, which is Nirvana Residence. Well, we are currently sitting on 62%. We started selling, we launched 27th and 28th of January, which in those 2 days we sold just around 12% of the whole project, which was excellent. It got everybody excited. Our logo was Nirvana Residences selling faster than a fire sale, and really it was. I mean, even during the low seasons now, when everybody else has been quiet, we are still doing very well in our sales, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop. So we were planning to sell 40% by October. Okay, now we are way before that, and we are on 62%, so now everything's going great. Well, completion date is due 2013 or before. Now we will start the project right after the rain season, which is October 2011, which is only a few months away. So for a simple project like this, because as you know, this is a baby project for Nova. So we expect around 18 months, but we give ourselves 6 months buffer. So we say, okay, 24 months, October 2013. We've got approximately 102 units left out of 259. Our prices still start from $999, which is one of the most affordable prices in town. I mean, there are other projects starting around the same price, but not for the same squareage. Okay, we offer a 24 square studio, okay, at 41,625 baht per square meter, which is $999. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Ray.
My pleasure, thank you.
Morning Glory with Barry Upton and friends.
Come on, get up, get out, get moving. Come on, get up, get out, let's do it. Come on, get up, get out, and start grooving. Juggling around to the sound of music.
Melanie, Fiona, and Monday morning. I know it's not Monday, all right. It's Wednesday. It's Wan Put Si Kiao, which means it's Green Day today, so wear something green. And looking very sort of cheesy is our very good friend, Dan Cheeseman.
From one cheese to another, I guess, would be the introduction.
Very much so. We've just been looking at the Nirvana residence there, and as you say, location's very important, isn't it?
Of course, and I think that's probably worth spending some time talking about now.
Okay.
I'm sure people probably will look at location and have that as their a driver, but there's some considerations. You know, what is it about the location that makes you want to live somewhere? Now, I thought for the fact that we've seen Nirvana residence and it's centrally located, it would be worth spending some time talking about Central Pattaya.
Fire away.
Now, for me, one of the considerations, first of all, is the transport and the ease of transport. There are taxis just outside where the condo is going to be built. And if you don't want to spend money on your 15 baht, 20 baht taxi, it's walking distance to the likes of Soi Buakhao. So for all you party people out there, you're just in amongst the action.
Right.
And Soi Buakhao, I don't know if you've been down there recently, to me is going through a transformation from being something where maybe it was famous for your cheaper Chang beer. You've now got the go-go bars, which we know we can't discount the fact that people do like going to these areas, and you've just got a vibrancy. It's a very young European clientele that are going down there.
A lot of good restaurants as well.
Oh, of course, yeah. There's a fish and chip shop, Chinese. I'm trying to think of ones that I don't know of because I go down there for the beer. The other thing to consider as well is your buying motive. Is this somewhere you're going to live, or is there maybe a case where it's an investment? Or if you do find yourself tight for money, you can turn that into an investment. Demand will always be higher for property in central Pattaya, just because there is a lack of land, which means that there's less condominiums going up. And with the high demand as well, you're likely to get a good return on your yield. So that's why I would live in central Pattaya. Now, what I'd like to talk about next week, but just sort of introduce it now, is the area of Jom Tiem, because you've got to see how trends are changing as to how that will help your investment.
Right.
Now, that new road into Jom Tiem is complete now. So just consider what that will do to your property there.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to that, and hopefully you're going to stick around and have some breakfast here at the Media Cafe, have some coffee and whatever.
And some cookies.
And some cookies. And in the meantime, we're going to have our Artist of the Week.